Welcome back, Remodelites, to another episode of Quick Tip Tuesday, where I dive into your questions, comments, and concerns. Today's question comes from user CivilDK, and on my episode Bathroom Basics, How to Pick the Best Toilet in 2019, CivilDK asks, I want to add to my collection of porcelain overflow-proof sink and tub with an overflow-proof or non-overflow toilet. Recommendations, comments, jokes, specifications? I plan on spending close to $1,500 for renovation of 3 toilets. By the way, I'd recommend women and children only should purchase or use round toilets. Go ahead, have a seat on that last model there and imagine where things line up. What's your father-in-law think of round toilets? Well, CivilDK, you know I've always got a good joke. Well, I've got a joke. It's not always good, but I do my best. And we're going to get into your question right now. All right, guys, I'm Dave with Remodel Media, and if this is your first time here, my mission in life is to eliminate regret. And I do that by bringing you the latest tips, tricks, and products for your home remodel. So if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss an episode. So CivilDK, addressing your first question of non-overflow, some people might be wondering what it is you're talking about, because who ever heard of a tub that doesn't overflow? I want to make sure everybody's aware that there are actually non-overflow tub drains that are available. An example of this could be from Victoria and Albert, but let me show you what that looks like. So Victoria and Albert is a company that makes freestanding bathtubs, and their key product in freestanding bathtubs is their material they call English cast, which I cover in my episode How to Pick the Best Bathtub in 2019. It is a composite material that is very, very dense, but also very thin. So having a cumbersome overflow is not always the most attractive option. And having a built-in overflow is not always an option either. So the way this one works is it's a spring-loaded drain. You fill the tub up with water, and once it hits about 14 inches, what happens next is the weight of the water actually pushes that stopper down, and it starts to drain. Once it reaches an acceptable level, the spring pops the drain back up. And you're good to go. So that's what an overflow-proof tub looks like. At least when you say that, that's what I think of. Let me know in the comments below. Is that what you were thinking of, CivilDK? And I imagine you could probably find something similar in a bathroom drain. I haven't seen one yet, but I'll keep an eye out and let you know. As of right now, there is no non-overflow toilet that I am aware of. There are certainly toilets that do a better job of flushing. By design, they clog less, which in turn eliminates any potential backup and overflow. But as of right now, I do not know of any toilets that will not overflow if they were sufficiently clogged. Now, some of the things about TOTO that I like to point out, which I go into detail on how to pick the best TOTO Drake toilet, is the fact that TOTO has their dual cyclone flush, which eliminates a lot of your buildup. It has a fully glazed trap all the way through, oversized trap, and oversized flush valve. All of this equates to a larger flushing toilet, so click the card up here to watch that episode. Now, on the subject of round versus elongated toilets, I have said in other episodes I happen to prefer elongated toilets, and whenever there is the option to do so, I recommend all of my customers use elongated toilets. So to understand what I mean by that, let me explain. Here we have the typical spec sheet for an elongated TOTO Drake 2 toilet with their most advanced flushing system. And you'll notice that right here, the overall projection is 28.5. of this particular toilet, and it has more or less an oval shape or elongated bowl. The other option in this same exact toilet, same exact flushing system, you're going to have a round front or 26.5-inch reach overall projection with more or less a rounded bowl rather than that oval elongated. So that is the style difference between the two toilets. But it goes a little deeper than that. As Civil DK so eloquently put it, gentlemen seem to prefer elongated toilets because of, well, gentlemen generally have dangly bits that tend gentlemen tend to have an anatomy that works best with an elongated toilet. I try to keep things family friendly. That's the best I got. Now, here's a couple of key points that I want you to consider when you're redoing your bathroom. If you're pulling out an old round front, you're not necessarily mandated to put in a round front back in there. Now, the reason people use round fronts is when you have a door clearance issue or something like that, where moving around in the space round front just makes it better. Now, back in the old days, a lot of your elongated toilets were 30 inches or more. And what that meant was you had a lot of clearance issues. Today's elongated toilets are actually a lot more compact. In fact, even Kohler has a whole line of toilets called compact elongated. So you should check that out too. Although, again, my allegiance and my preferences for TOTO, I've had them in my own house and I've never had a problem. So with today's elongated toilets being between 28 and 30 inches, some even a little bit less, you're not automatically relegated to using an elongated toilet. You could, in fact, put possibly an elongated toilet. In other words, what I'm saying to you is measure. So what you do is you go into whatever the clearance issue is, figure out what your maximum distance is, and then take away just a little bit, maybe half an inch or an inch, because you definitely want to make sure you are 100% clearing that particular obstacle. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below. What kind of toilet do you have? What kind of toilet do you wish you had? Go ahead and click here for more videos. Go ahead and click here to subscribe. And as always, I love answering questions. So until next time, I'll see you in the next one.